In this video, we're going to use our inductive reasoning, which means just simply by observing or looking for patterns or relations to make conjectures or general conclusions about statements that we see, about a sequence of numbers, and about some pictures that we look at. So, in the first case, if you just look at the statement, it says, Mr. Smith wears his Bruins jersey today following each Bruins win in the 2015 playoffs. And in my second statement, I say the Bruins won last night. So therefore, my conjecture that would follow that would be that Mr. Smith will wear his Bruins jersey tomorrow. And that's just based on the fact that he's done it every time previously as I've observed. In the second example, we look at a number sequence. And in this particular, it's a special sequence called a Fibonacci sequence. But there is a pattern in how you can predict the next number in the sequence. If you look closely, you might notice that 1 plus 1 makes 2. So the first and second terms make the third term. 1 plus 2 makes 3. So the second and third term will give you the fourth term. 2 plus 3 will give you 5. 3 plus 5 gives you 8. And that pattern continues. So if I continue to follow that pattern, the next sequence, or the next number, in the sequence is the seventh term, which is 5 plus 8. So 5 plus 8 is equal to 13. So there's my seventh term. 8 plus 13, I'm just using the previous two, is equal to 21. There's my eighth term. And then finally, the 13 plus the 21 is equal to 34. So if I want to make a conjecture about the ninth term in that sequence, the ninth term I would say is 34. Okay, now we just take a look at some pictures or diagrams. I've constructed a rectangle, a square, and a parallelogram. And I'm interested in trying to determine what object is formed when I connect the midpoints of each of these sides. So I basically constructed midpoints in each one and I connected them. And if you look closely at the diagrams, each one of them actually, and I put markings there to indicate that, but each one of them actually forms a parallelogram. So just by looking at pictures and observing, I would say my conjecture would be a parallelogram is formed each time I could connect the midpoints inside any quadrilateral. So those are some simple examples using conjectures.